So to start the foundation, what you want to do is select your triangle foundations, place one in front of you, and then place two either side of it, and then place another three connecting them up, and you should get the shape of a polygon. And then select your regular foundations, and then with those regular foundations, you just want to snap one of them off each of the triangle ones. And then select your triangle foundations again and place those in between the regular ones. And then switch the regular foundations to block. So once you've placed the foundation, you want to go and select your triangle ceilings, and you want to place these just above the triangle foundations that are below them. And as you can see on the triangle ceilings, you should see these little lines, and depending on what your gamma setting is, they should be a little bit easier or harder to see. But there's these little lines on them, and you want to make sure they're facing inwards towards the center, and that just keeps everything flush together. And that way you're avoiding more of the snap point issues. Keep that in mind anytime you build, because that'll help you, especially on console where the FPS determines a lot of your snap point issues and how hard it is to get things to snap where you want them. You want things as neat as possible. Next, you want to select your wooden fence foundations, and you just want to snap these in between each of the triangle ceilings. And as you can see, since you placed all of the triangle ceilings earlier and you placed them all flush together, these should place with pretty much no issue. You may need to cycle the snap points using RB, R1 or Q, but for the most part they should just snap pretty easily by changing your angle. The next thing is to get your stone pillars. You want to place 4 stone pillars in the center, and then on top of those 4 stone pillars you want to place 2 wooden ones. Come back down to the fence foundations, and then on each of these fence foundations you want to place a stone pillar followed by a wooden one. Now select your wooden railings and place 4 of these on each of the fence foundations. Once you get to this back portion, just leave those fence foundations empty. Go back around to the front, select a stone door frame, and then snap it to the regular foundation. As you can see, there's a few different snap points there, and you want to make sure that you snap it to the lowest one, and it should be also showing the wooden beams that are on the door frame. Place that down, and then snap another one on top, and then repeat this all the way around until you get to the back. Once you get to the back, just place 2 walls instead of door frames, and then carry on with the door frames. The next thing is to select wooden triangle ceilings and place these in between the door frames in the middle, and do this all the way around. Now select the stone triangle roofs and then snap those to the door frames. Bring them all the way around. For these you might need to change the angle that you're looking at, or cycle through the snap points, which is Q, RB or R1. At the front of the build, place stone stairs, followed by a double door frame snapped to the foundation, and then on the next 2 foundations, place 2 railings on each one, and then repeat this all the way around until you get back to the front. Now we're getting to the point where you're going to need a flyer. Go to the top of the wooden pillar in the middle, and then snap a ceiling to it. And then off the sides of the ceiling, snap 4 triangle ones. And then after that, you want to select your wooden catwalks, and you want to snap those to the ceiling as well. And then come to the back and snap 5 ladders off of the catwalk and bring those down to the foundation. Now come up to the ceiling, and what you want to do is get the wooden door frame, and you're going to snap this wooden door frame to the triangle ceiling. There's a bunch of snap points for this too, but you want the lowest one, and you want the wooden beams to be facing outwards. And then place a wall on top of the door frame, and another door frame on top of the wall, and then a wall, and then a door frame. And you want to continue this up 12 walls high, and if you want to be able to glide even further, then you can continue building this up as high as you want. Once you've got to the height that you want, just place another 2 door frames on top, and then just come back down and repeat it on each side of the ceiling. The next thing to do is to go inside, and this is where we're going to be placing the hatch frames. And you want to place them in line with the doors, and you also want to put your ladders on them so then you can climb all the way up. And just repeat this until you get to the top. Alright, so now we're going to be placing the perches all the way up the tower. So you just want to get yourself in line with the doors and the hatch frame, and you want to snap a triangle ceiling off it, and then you want to snap a catwalk through the triangle ceiling. And you just want to do this all the way around and continue it until you get to the double doors at the top. So once you get to the 2 doors at the top, go ahead and place a ceiling off each side of the hatch frame. And then off of those ceilings, place a triangle ceiling and then a catwalk, just like you did all the way up the rest of the tower. Now place a thatch ceiling in between the wooden ones, and then on each side you want to select the slope walls, and you want to snap the slope walls to the ceiling just so that they're in line with the wooden door frames behind them, and they're also showing the beams. Don't actually have to do this, you could just simply place them down, but that's my OCD for you. Continue this all the way around. Now for the roof, place a ceiling on each corner of the door frames. And then just to keep things neat, place thatch ceilings on the sides of the wooden ceilings. and then snap the sloped walls to the ceilings. We're almost done, just go ahead and fill in the roof. I actually almost forgot this bit, but what you want to do is come back down to the bottom, and the first ceiling that you placed, you want to snap triangle roofs to the bottoms of the triangle ceilings, and you're going to have to cycle through the snap points. It's one of those things that's a bit unnecessary, but it adds just a little extra to the build, and it kind of makes it look like it's a bit more supported. So that was the dino storage base jumping tower for the Sinomacrops. I designed this so that it actually has a bit more utility than normal, and I also built it in tech just to show the official PvE players, and for anybody who likes tech as well. But I know that the official PvE players, there's a lot of them who only build in tech because of the decay timers. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Lost Island? Positive, negative? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really liking it so far. I'd say the only issue that I'm having with it is there's just some areas where it could have been flatter. I know it looks a lot more natural, and don't get me wrong, the map looks gorgeous, but it just makes it a bit awkward for building, that's all. Liking, commenting, it's all much appreciated, and if you don't want to miss a build, then subscribing with notifications turned on, it'll keep you up to date. I hope you're all doing well, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next one.